Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Adam here, aka the Sound Scotsman, and this is Smart Souls episode 25. This is a continuation from episode 24, so if you haven't watched that, you should really go back and check out episode 24 first. But for everybody else, let's crack on. First off, may as well kindle the bonfire. Rightio. So, we're ready for a jailbreak. Going to put on the crest shield again. Obviously our ring broke the last time, so we could have... Actually, why not have the ring of fog on for a little while? Take off that, put on another... We put on another cast of that actually. Why not? So we're going to get ourselves a couple of miracles on this level. You just one-shot him, and he has the key. There we go. There is some guys in your cell. But the object here is not only to do a jailbreak, but what we're also going to do is... Uh-oh, here comes the horrible noise I forgot about. Right. What I should really have done... I have to kill these guys. So sorry about this noise. I forgot to turn the sound effects off. Right. There we are, that's better. Right. It's really weird, I know. No sounds, but that is god awful, that noise. There we go. Right, so we'd be allowed the Crown of Dusk back on, because there isn't any mages in this level anyway, so that's not going to hurt anything too much. Leaving all these cells just locked at the moment, but when we come back down, then we're going to loot all that stuff afterwards, so you'll see what I mean when we get there. Point is, we're leaving it for the time being and going for option 1, which is, or target 1 rather, which is turning off that bloody music. Oh, not quite strong enough. There we are. But we need to kill all of those little things, those little squid creature things, because they actually have the 2 miracles that we need. Some of you might remember from the end of the episode where I was talking about going back and doing the Covenant of Sith the Wolf, that episode. I was talking about how Guinevere in Anor Londo has some miracles attached to her Covenant, but I couldn't get the miracles off of Guinevere. That's because they're down here, and there's old Big Hat there. That's one dropped. There we go. Nice. Miracle. Soothing sunlight. There we go. And bountiful sunlight. So it's one of those two that you have to be in Guinevere's Covenant to actually use. But realistically, they're not that great. They're good if you're like co-oping with other people and maybe using the password and helping them out, that sort of thing. But if you're just playing the game yourself, you're never really going to use those miracles. You're just going to use heal or great heal or something like that and save your ring slots. But for the time being anyway, one thing at a time, ads. Let's just deal with these man serpents here. So we've got that one. They're no stronger than the ones that you came across in the Sen's Fortress area. But I would highly recommend, even in your own game, just turn off the sounds, maybe even before you open the cell. That's probably what I should have done in this instance. But pulling that lever, that makes the whole thing go quiet again. So we can turn up our volume again. It just makes it more stressful, you know, having that horrible racket. There we go. Archive tower, giant door key. Yeah, so that lets us out of here. Lets us out of the prison. Then we have Big Hat there, but there's no point in talking to him just now. We'll go and get the key, and then we'll come back for him, and we'll come back for the rest of the treasure in the area. The plan is, I'm going to take you to the bonfire. Then, when we get to the bonfire, we're actually not going to light it. Instead, what we're going to do is walk back and kill everything, because everything will be dead on our way from here to there. From here to the bonfire and back, and then we'll just come and just take out the guys down here, free Big Hat, and do it all in one clean run, so we don't actually have to rest and then kill everybody over and over again. Streamline it, you know. So it's still okay to have the Crown of Dusk on just now. If you're wondering where I got that Ring of Fog, actually, that was a crow swap. I'm sure you probably have one by now. You might have even got one from the Forest Hunter Covenant, if you've been doing that. But I just swapped a Skull Lantern and got it that way. So good. I'm glad that took him out of the game, because he's got a wee friend round here. Crown of Dust coming back off. We'll put on the Painted Guardian. Have that on. Plus Havels. Plus this had great magic. In fact, no, the Painted Guardian was actually even better. There we go. And then right at the bottom, the yellow Xanthias waistcloth. There we are, lovely. Oh, there's a mage. So this will be one of the ones that you will be farming. Get your trident from. But obviously, Not until we've got the bonfire, of course. I want a good look across the way. So that one's dark. Trying to get a better angle to look. No, that's not the right one. Okay. So we're going to rotate this. I did spy the treasure down there, by the way, in the chest that we haven't opened yet, but priorities and all that. The main thing is to do what we're doing just now. There we go. Right, now let's take that channeler out the game. Unfortunately, the Ring of Fog doesn't seem to be working on him. Would have been lovely if it did, but hey ho. Now we can relax a little now that they're out the way. Strong magic shield. We're getting very, very, very close to having all the sorceries now. Just double check that this is where we came in from. Yes, this is. Right, so we need it to now rotate to the other side. That's where we're headed. Luckily we have still, if you can keep one of them for this moment, it might be quite handy for him. Oh, that was a bit pitiful. There we go, perfect. Now we can take the ladder down and get that shortcut open. So there is treasure in all those rooms, but first things first. This is where the bonfire is. We're not going to light it right now though. We've got our shortcut, that's the main thing. Now we can go and get our key from in here. That's safe. This is where Big Hat will be once we free him. That one's a mimic. That's what we wanted. The Archive Tower Giant Cell Key. We'll get this mimic later. We can get this one now though. Crystal Ember, lovely jubbly. So most people probably would have rested at the bonfire, but it really is in your best interest just to keep going. Just to head back the way we came. See, in this room now, we could theoretically, if we died, we could theoretically just come back out here and just go down the staircase all the way down to the bonfire and it would be fine because we have the shortcut opened. So if you die, it'll be fine. Now, you see that treasure in there? That one always makes me nervous. You sort of have to drop down and do a plunging attack. It's nothing important, mind you, so you don't have to get it, but I'll show you what it is in a wee minute. There is a spare key in one of these cells. Not this one. But remember, when you do come into these cells, to close them back over, because if you did die, then the guys could escape. They're inside. Ah, that one's locked. Fair enough. That'll be the one that opens the locked one. This will be the key that we're looking for. Yes, the extra key. That's right. So, close this one up. Now we can go back up to the one that was locked. Close up that one as well. I believe this is the one that was locked. Yep. Yeah, 5,000. No, be more than 5,000. Probably be about 8. It's a large soul of a proud warrior. Actually, do you know what? I'm not entirely sure, so I'm going to pop it right now just so we can find out the answer. Large soul of a brave warrior. We don't get very many large soul of a brave warriors. $8,000. Now we know. There we go.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm saved. That makes twice. I must be sure to repay you. I will visit the archives. If I discover any new spells, I shall share them with you. Prepare to be impressed by the onward march of sorcery.
Just gonna definitely make sure, yeah, exhaust all of his dialogue, because it would really be a nuisance if we had to come back here. Ah, yeah, go on it. Yeah, that's fine. Then the main treat here. Ta-da! Firekeeper Soul. Splendid. So just follow the route back to the bonfire, back down the ladder, and I'll meet you there. No, I won't. I forgot about this piece of treasure I promised you. So let's just wander along and just step off with an R1 plunging attack. There we go. Okay, so let's just climb out the same way we did before and walk all the way to the bonfire, and then we can finally rest. You know what? I've changed my mind actually. We're going to go ahead and do the journey together, because there's still a piece of treasure we should get. If you're too worried about it, then just obviously come out there, go right down the staircase and light the bonfire down there. But for all the time it'll take to get that last treasure chest, I think we may as well just do it, to be honest, while everybody's still dead. So if you hop on here, twist this. Head down this way. And we'll just jump down. I do want to draw your attention to that box down there though. You see it? That has the coolest crossbow in the game in it. It's called the Avalon. It's not required for any trophies. And see, there is some active little guys down that way. Anyway. It is a very, very cool crossbow. It's not required for the Platinum Trophy, but it is a little puzzle. It's worth getting because it is a really, really cool crossbow. And I'm not even a crossbow person, but that one I do like. And how to get it is just by twisting this and then jumping off at the correct time. So, I mean, that's a little mini game you can play yourself in your own time. But for our purposes, we're just going to leave it for the time being, and focus on just getting this last piece of treasure and actually lighting the bonfire so we feel nice and safe. That was a Twinkle and Titanite, so a good piece, but you know, maybe it wasn't worth it. Maybe we should have just went straight for the bonfire. Yeah. Let's play it safe and go the proper way. Drop back down here. And probably leave it this way round. We're going to leave it this way round so we can just come up the steps if we want to. Not that we really need anything from this level now anyway, because we've got everything, but some of you need to farm out that Channeler's Trident. So you need to go ahead and kill those Channelers time and time again until you eventually do get that Trident. It's not overly a huge importance that you get it in New Game. Unlike the Souvenirs of Reprisal, for example, that was really worthwhile doing in New Game. The Channelers are... I mean, they're not really that bad. These guys obviously do pack more of a punch in New Game Plus and onwards. So, you know, if you can be bothered, get your Trident just now, but if you can't, it's not the end of the world to leave that for another New Game, because we have been doing quite a lot of farming in this playthrough. He really is annoying, him. I'll show you where we are as well. We moved that bookcase there, so that's sort of the way from now on. And you can just relax now that we're at the bonfire. Ta-da! Light and kindle. Before we continue on, actually, why not let's warp back to Anor Londo now and kill that firekeeper. Okay, so the main thing to remember is to kindle this bonfire up to 20 flasks, so that in New Game Plus it's already kindled for you. The game does remember. Now we can hopefully one-shot this NPC right now. Not quite one shot, but one hit should do it. There we go. Superb. Obviously we can't warp, but we can warp back to the bonfire that we were at. So I'll meet you in the Duke's Archives again in just a little second. I've got one more thing to show you before we end the episode. Okay, if you're smart, unlike I was there, you would warp to the Darkmoon Tomb, make sure that the platform is level so you can actually run straight, go straight down the left, straight along the bridge, and then down to the Darkmoon Tomb, and that's your closest bonfire, instead of, like me, I had to run back where we killed the Fang Boars. So, learn from my mistake there, and go ahead and do that before you kill your firekeeper so you can warp back here, no problems. Remember, we still have a micked kill in here, but now that it's relatively risk-free, let's just go ahead and do that. Just for the extra damage, why not? Get the old bellowing dragon crest ring. Could have actually used the pyromancies I just had equipped a minute ago. There we go. Oh, very nice. The enchanted falchion is obviously the guaranteed thing there. The symbol of avarice. That was just a lucky bonus. So here we go. There's Big Hat Logan now here.
Hello,
and we have to buy all of his stuff now to get the very last sorcery. So, gonna buy this. I would recommend buying yourself one copy of Crystal Soul Spear, even if you're a faith build. because your character may be eventually strong enough to use some magic, and that's the best spell in the game right there. So for everybody else, buy everything, and then I'll show you what to do to get the very, very last sorcery in the game after we buy everything from Big Hat. So that's pretty much the end of the episode, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget to be a legend and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and we'll see you in episode 26. Ciao for now. Well, Easter egg hunters, nothing really for you today. I just want to say though that having Estus Flask up to +6 is as high as we go in New Game. So New Game Plus will be when we get our 7th and final Estus Flask. Firekeeper's Soul, to be precise. And I was obviously wrong about this earlier on, that Logan did not have any extra of these. So he's your guy if you want any extra copies. And we'll see you in the next episode, peeps. Thanks for sticking around till the end. Ciao for now.